I'm constantly trying to find things which I can change to improve everything in my health. And even though I feel so good, there's so many little things that you can optimize. And I keep optimizing all the time because as I'm a pro football player, training really good is my job. And I want to be peak performance in every training, every single one. And this week, trying some different dieting things, I noticed what fucks it up and what not. And because as I train in the mornings, there are some things that are really important for it. And because 2 days ago, I ate quite a lot of food, as I usually do. But I had it much earlier in the day because I was trying to improve my sleep and everything. And but filling my glycogen stores, but still early in the day for trying to see how it affects my sleep and stuff. And so I had my training, then I had lunch and ate quite a lot of carbs between lunch and dinner, and also an early dinner at around 6 o'clock. And I didn't eat anything after 6. Maybe I ate at 5 something. Yeah, 5 something. Because after it I went to the speaking cafe. And I was speaking French. Je parle un peu de français. I was speaking French for between 6 and 9. And then I went back to my city around 10 and get to sleep at 11. And I was so on fire that whole evening. I was so fluent in my French. I speak so good. I was really on fire in everything, and I felt so happy too. So that was fantastic. It was a great way to eat everything early in the day, to have optimal focus, and I also slept that night perfectly. I slept so good. But the problem maybe was that as I didn't eat anything after 5:40 or 6, the problem with that is that then after that meal my liver and muscle glycogen stores were quite full because I ate tons of carbs, but the big but, as it went from 6 o'clock until 10-11 when I went to sleep, and then after that the whole night, after of that and my perfect sleep, my liver glycogen was surely like quite depleted. My muscle glycogen was probably fine, fine, and good in training, because it doesn't deplete so fast either. Also when you don't train hard in the afternoon. But my liver glycogen was 100% quite low. And then I have like a big breakfast before training with quite a lot of carbs. But even so, in that training, my brain sharpness wasn't as good as it should be. And I also had quite a lot of ammonia smell under my here in my armpits. And when I get that ammonia smell, it's usually because of two things. It's sometimes because I ate too much protein, but too much protein supplements like whey protein. Then I can get that smell because much of that protein maybe isn't utilized, and it's deaminized. The amino acids are converted into glucose, and then you create ammonia as a byproduct, and that can smell. But the other thing when that can happen too is that when you eat too little carbs and you don't maybe have enough carbs for doing the things that you should do, then you can start breaking down muscle tissue and to get the amino acids to convert to glucose. And the problem with that is that when those amino acids are converted to glucose, the same ammonia is created. So it can be created from the protein that you eat or from in your body, like from muscle. And why did I get that crazy smell when I didn't have any protein at breakfast, kind of? Yeah, because I have eaten too little food, but it's the same breakfast as ever. How can I have eaten too little food? Yeah, because my last meal the day before was so early in the day. So my liver glycogen stores had gotten quite depleted, and that's also why maybe my performance was not as good as it should be. And I've been focusing so much on eating like loads of carbs the day before to optimize my performance. But maybe I shouldn't think so much about eating so many carbs the day before, and maybe getting more kind of the night before. But, big but, if you eat too many carbs the night before, you can fuck up your sleep badly, as I've done many times, and end up with heart palpitations at night because you have high blood sugar levels. So you maybe need to do it in a balanced way. So yesterday I tried doing exactly that. Like after dinner I had quite a lot of dates with some hazelnut butter, which it's so delicious too. Yeah, it smells like Nutella or something. But it's just dates, medjool dates, that you put some hazelnut butter in it. And the thing I fucked up with, though, sorry, is that I had the dinner at maybe 6 something. Then I didn't have any dates of hazelnut butter at home, so I went to buy it in the store, and I had it like 7 something. But I have maybe like way too many dates also. And as I had a big meal before, and a lot of things in my stomach, it takes quite a while until all those days get digested too and stuff. So, and also when you eat so many carbs, you can get really delayed glucose spikes. So I tracked my blood sugar with a blood sugar sample after the dates, and it was 5.5, no elevation, nothing. But then, like many hours after, it was maybe at 7 or something. So when I was going to sleep at 11, it was at 7. So I took a walk and it went down to 6. And then I went to sleep, but I couldn't fall asleep. And so I was thinking, fuck, why can't I fall asleep? It's so strange. And I looked at my blood sugar readings, and my blood sugar level was at 7. And usually when it's around 7 or 6 point something or higher, I can struggle so much to fall asleep because it's also stressful for the body. So I started walking, and I also took some magnesium and also a little electrolyte or sleep supplement pack with 500 milligrams of taurine and 3 grams of glycine and a bit of salt in it, and maybe 250 milliliter of water. And then finally, also, as my blood sugar had gone down and I walked a bit in my home, I fall asleep perfectly and I wake up good in the morning. And today at training, same breakfast as yesterday, but I trained so fucking good, so good. My brain focus was on fire, and as I'm a goalkeeper, I notice it massively, as the hand-eye coordination is so important, and you need to be with the handling, you need to be able to grab every ball and save it, and if you make the tiniest mistake, it's the difference between saving the goal or not. You need to have your reactions on fire. And today I saved everything and it felt so good. And that's why too I need to optimize everything for optimal performance, because on the pitch, otherwise I will notice it. And if I want to become the best goalkeeper in the world, that's my dream. I want to become the best in the world and play for the biggest teams and national team. Then I have to do everything to optimize my training every day. And as I right now train in the mornings, I need to not just optimize the breakfast before training, and not also only the sleep, but I also need to optimize my meals the day before for training the day after. And what you eat the day before affects a lot on your performance the day after. And also the timing of it, because if you eat, as I've tried many times now, all the things the day before, earlier, finishing at 5, maybe 6 or earlier, yeah, maybe you sleep so good and it's really good for your health, yeah, for sure, it can be really good for your health. But, big but, if you are a pro athlete and you train really hard in the mornings and want to optimize that performance, then maybe it's smarter to have a balanced carb meal a bit later to fill up also the glycogen stores, or maybe having some fruit after dinner or some hours after, but in a balanced way, or a little kind of snack. But that's also why I've trained so good
for leadership. This
I've trained so good. When some days I couldn't sleep and I ate tons of food in the middle of the night, I trained so good those days, maybe also because my glycogen stores in the liver were much fuller. So it's quite interesting, but it's for sure also obvious that what you eat affects how you perform, and to get the optimal performance, you need to also eat in a certain way. And optimizing the sleep is really important, but besides that, maybe for me to have a balanced dinner a bit later, or a balanced snack thing with some carb source a bit later can be quite smart. For my sleep, yeah, but also for the training when I train hard in the mornings. As if I stop eating at 5-6, then I will probably use up much of my glycogen stores and I won't have the same wow performance the day after. So it's quite interesting. Maybe it's also that's why I trained so good some years ago when we had late games and I had some days before sleep with some protein. Yeah, it's quite interesting. But just so you know, like, everything that happens, and your brain focus and your mental stability and your speech and your energy levels and your passion for life and your hunger for doing things and making the best of this world, it all happens for a reason, everything. And there's always things, especially also in the diet, that you can optimize everything in your life too. So it's really interesting, and it's so fun too when you can see a big difference in your life, like so fun. I will keep you guys posted on here on everything that I'm thinking of. But it's also for myself to remind myself in the future, because there's so many times I learn things, but then I try all the things and forget it. And here I can also post everything that I should really remind myself of in the future, so I can watch it back, and also my future kids maybe in the future to also learn, because we all learn together and grow together and try to optimize life. That's nice. And for me, for optimizing life, I also want to optimize my football career and really perform as a god and be the super goalkeeper. And I can promise you that me trying to do all the health hacks to optimize my health has compromised my football career. Maybe also because I started eating much sooner dinners and not eating any food after 5-6. And maybe that too worsened my performance a lot, because I didn't have as much energy and training, because my liver glycogen stores was much more depleted, same as my muscle glycogen stores, if I don't eat enough carbs. Yeah, I will not bore you more, but so you know again, what you eat the day before affects your performance the day after a lot. And if you have early training, maybe you should eat some more things later and not finishing too early, but still in a balanced way, because if you can't fall asleep, maybe you have higher blood sugar levels and you should take a walk to bring them down. So maybe you should have a blood sugar finger prick to be able to test at home, so you can see if you have higher blood sugar levels at night. Because when you eat a really high carb meal, or a lot of fruit, or a lot of dates, you can also get delayed glucose responses. Yeah. I will not bore you more now, no. Have a wonderful rest of the day, a wonderful rest of your day, and see you guys soon. Bye.